The last time we had ranked battles was back on the weekend of November 20th to the 23rd of 2020. In December that same year we got the 6.0 update, and since then ranked battles have been absent from the game. After all of 2021, it wasn't until January 2022 that we got something called a ranked event, but it's nothing like we were used to. Ranked battles before were a separate game mode from random battles. They were 7v7 of one tier with no platooning allowed and usually silver bonuses and no repair costs. There was a reward system that gave you points for wins and placements on the scoreboard, and with these points you could rise through things called leagues. Once in a higher league you could not drop down to the previous one. There was something called league-based matchmaking as well, so the higher you got theoretically, the better the players. Which league you ranked in determined your rewards after the event concluded. Seeing the list here shows how rewarding these ranked battles were. War chests back then were what keycards are now. Commanders were equivalent to the blues, generals to the blacks, and heroes to the reds. If you managed to reach the highest league, Grandmaster, you also unlocked an exclusive camo and emblem with the tier of the ranked battles for that season incorporated into that emblem. But now let's compare that to what we got in January of 2022. They called it the Tank Ace Ranked event. Instead of a separate mode where you fought others who were also going for ranked rewards, this event took place in random battles. You had to play specific tanks too. They required tier 10 Russian or American heavy tanks. This limited selection means some players probably couldn't participate despite having some tier 10s. To get rewards in this event, you had to play somewhere on a leaderboard. This leaderboard was updated every day of the week, with a score made from your damage and win rate in those vehicles combined. Only 100 players can make it on that leaderboard with a minimum of 30 battles to place. These rewards are incredibly bad too when comparing them to what we got before. Before, anyone could make it to the top league and make the max rewards, whereas this event only allowed one person in the entire player base to make the max rewards, which only included one keycard and no exclusive camos or emblems. To say the rewards in this event were lackluster is a massive understatement. The next event in this format they say will be in March, with a wider list of available tanks and platooning possibly not allowed. The rewards are said to be better, but if the leaderboard is still the way to be rewarded, it means only 100 players will get anything. Obviously, for a ranked event to take place in random battles, that puts an element of luck that I wouldn't consider really ranked quality. You're relying on teams that aren't going for ranked rewards like you, and you're fighting for damage amongst more people, not just worrying about getting the win in a competitive scene like the 7v7 was. In the 7v7, you more so wanted to get wins, and placing higher just allowed your progress to go further. Placing high on a loss meant you get to not lose progress, but you really just wanted to climb that ladder. That was more competitive and ranked in the sense. Whereas in this event that takes place in random battles, you're going against other players who might have luckier games than you, might have farmed some AFK guys, might have had higher damage games because of the time that they play. My short-term fix for this event would be to reward all players who make it onto the leaderboard with an exclusive emblem or camo. Maybe raising the rewards per percentile as well, in terms of keycard payouts. There is an issue though with widening the amount of playable tanks. If you widen it too much, and there's easier tanks to play than others, then obviously those are going to be the winners and the most played tanks for the top of the leaderboard. In the future, I would like the long-term change to just be bringing back the separate game mode for 7v7 games. I'd like it to be a seasonal thing alongside the season, and be available every weekend when there's more players on to keep random battles populated. I think having it drawn out through the whole season instead of one weekend allows people to play at their own pace and ranked. It would also be more inviting and open to everyone in the player base. Say a ranked event happened on a weekend that you weren't available to play, well, you missed out, and it was only for one weekend, so having it throughout the whole season allows everyone to get involved in it. I wouldn't want ranked to become a, oh, I didn't make it on the leaderboard thing, I get nothing kind of game. But that's just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Are you going to participate in the March event, or are you going to skip out on it? Do you want to see 7v7 ranked make a return? I want to know. I also want to apologize for the time between last video and this one. I got caught up in string theory and grinding, and my chat over on Twitch knows that I've been procrastinating, so sorry about that. I'll link down below the links to the articles for both the recent ranked event and the last real ranked event we had back in 2020, so you guys can look at those for yourselves and see the differences between them. I have more videos in the works, so stay tuned for those. Thanks for watching.